It's your girl Raven, and this is Raven Spills the Tea. So, what's the deal between Wendy Williams' son Kevin Hunter Jr., and Wendy's credit card and $100,000 charge? Shoot. Let's get all up into this. Wendy, Auntie Wendy. Oh yeah, you know it's gonna be some piping hot tea. And you know what? We need to get all up into it. So I'm gonna spill it. Yeah, I am. Right now. Let's go. Oh yeah, Wendy Williams' son accused of charging $100,000 to credit card before her bank accounts were frozen. Oh yeah, Wendy Williams' son charged $100 and something thousand on his mother's credit card before Wells Fargo froze the bank account. Oh, so, according to outlets, Kevin Hunter Jr. charged thousands of dollars to his mother's personal American Express card. His activity allegedly factored into Wells Fargo's decision to freeze Wendy's account. Kevin Hunter Jr. denied any wrongdoing in a statement. I vehemently deny any allegations of unauthorized use of my mother's American Express card. This is a false narrative that is being put out to justify freezing my mother's accounts. Wells Fargo froze Wendy's accounts based on suspicions of financial exploitation, dementia, or undue influence. A financial guardian took control of her accounts as of May. Wells Fargo priority is the financial well being of Miss Williams and the preservation of her privacy. So earlier this year, Wendy blamed her former financial advisor, Lori Schiller, for the ongoing money issues. The financial advisor allegedly deemed the talk show host to be of unsound mind. My thing is that I've been asking questions about my money, and when I begin asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. So she and her, well, I guess her and her son is denying that they have any involvement in the $100 something thousand dollar money that was charged. So we will see. You know, all of this gonna come, everything gonna come out. You know it, right? Everything will come out. It's gonna. $100 something thousand. Where they get that amount from? I mean, seriously, where are they getting this amount from that they're saying that this boy charged this amount on the card? Somebody snitching, okay? Because, I mean, somebody must be saying something because it's coming out, right? You know, I'm just going to keep my ears to the streets and you know what, whatever, it'll all come out because what is in the dark shall definitely come to light. You can't hide it. You really can't. Okay? And that's a not so fast Wendy Williams' son, ooh, who was only 22 years old. Oh, wow. See, sources close to this is what the problem is. Sources close to the former daytime talk show host exclusively revealed to the son, that Kevin ran up a huge tab on her dime in the months before Wendy's brokerage accounts was supposed with supposed millions of dollars were frozen in January. Kevin spent around $100 something thousand on Wendy's personal card. This was her own. This was her own. I didn't under. Shut up, our virtual thing. I'm about sick of this virtual stuff. Jesus. This was her own our own American Express card. The source explained that the card that Kevin, 22, used was different than the card Wendy's manager, Bernie Young, had used to hire the attorney, Carol Wolf. Damn, it's just way too many people got access to this woman. This is why they did this. This is exactly the reason why they did this. If this is, look, Bernie Young is just a manager. You turned around and used her money without her permission to hire a lawyer against her. You can't use somebody's money to hire a lawyer. What the hell? Bernie, you need to be Bernie Young. You don't need to work in the industry no more. Because I don't care what the circumstances is. You are never supposed to use your client's money to hire a lawyer to go against her. If you feel so froggy about a situation, what you're supposed to do is have a conversation with that person and excuse yourself from the situation. That's what you're supposed to do. Not hire a lawyer against her with her own money. Where the flip they do that at? You need to be banished from the whole community where you cannot get hired from no celebrity client should hire you. Bernie Young should not be hired by anybody in the celebrity community because how you going to put this person's business, like you going to use this person's card? You're using your client's card. Isn't there something against using a person's card without their permission? She need to sue your ass for that money back. So Kevin was demanding that Wendy's advisor pay the bill instead of Wendy. Between the American Express card usage and the tense visit to a Wells Fargo bank in Florida with Wendy, her son, and her now former attorney, LaShawn Thomas, there were several red flags ahead of the accounts being frozen. So now, in a statement given to the U.S. Sun, the Sun is denying all of this. Wendy's former attorney, LaShawn, exclusively told the outlet in a conversation earlier this year about a visit to a Wells Fargo's branch in Florida with her then client just days before the bank chaos. LaShawn admitted she is no longer working with the star and that she has remained on as an attorney for Wendy's ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, 49. Oh, these people are all foul. When asked if anything unturned or had happened with Wendy's account before they were frozen, the attorney laid out the following interaction at one of the bank's brokerage offices in Florida. The attorney denied that there was any issue of financial exploitation, which had been raised as a concern by the bank in court papers. LaShawn claimed to the U.S. Sun Mag, I met Wendy at Wells Fargo's bank. We went into the Wells Fargo branch and we spoke to our branch manager. We told him what was going on. The attorney said that the 50-year-old only son was also present during the bank visit. LaShawn explained they had as of yet been unable to get a hold of Wendy's bank statements, which were being mailed directly to her New York address. Kevin Jr. also wanted to set up an online banking for his mother while she was staying in Florida. Wendy said she wanted to get access to the accounts. Well, we don't do that in the retail branch. That's the Wells Fargo advisors. Let me see if I can get someone on the line. LaShawn continued to claim he called Lori Schiller instead. Lori is Wendy's longtime financial advisor. He went into another room and had a conversation with Lori and came out. He said Lori was willing to talk to Wendy, but that she doesn't want anybody else in the room when she talks to Wendy. So Wendy said, no, we can't. No, why can't she talk to me with my attorney? I can understand if my son has to leave out the room, but I want to keep my attorney here. And Lori said, no, I want to talk to Wendy alone, and if Wendy doesn't want to talk to her alone, Lori won't talk to Wendy. The trio then left the bank empty-handed. A source confirmed that interaction, said that it had caused concern as it was unusual for Wendy to come into a brokerage office with people in tow and ask for access to her accounts. In a lengthy statement, which LaShawn posted to Instagram on Thursday, she alleged that she is being barred from being in contact with Wendy and blew off any allegations that there was a conflict of interest in her remaining on the case involving Wells Fargo. To be clear, there was never a conflict of interest. The judge and Wells Fargo did not want me on the case because I couldn't be bought. Oh, shoot. I would never stand by and watch my client be taken advantage of, so they did everything to get me out of the picture, including threatening to report me to the Florida bar if I communicate with my client. LaShawn then praised the TV's host's ex-husband Kevin and his success at Wendy's daytime talk show. When asked for comments about the attorney's allegation, a Wells Fargo rep directed the U.S. Sun mag to their previous statement. Like, Wells Fargo's priority is the financial well-being of Miss Williams and the preservation of her privacy. Because I'm doing it purposely like that, y'all. So, Wendy's account went under the control of a financial guardian after her bank alleged that she was a victim of financial exploitation. So the star, who was expected to regain her access to her accounts in July, still does not have access to them or her American Express card, which also seems to have gotten tied up in the proceedings. Now, Will Shelby, Wendy's manager, previously told the outlet that he's been trying to help Wendy work through the Wells Fargo situation. He says he was trying to get the people involved in her accounts to understand that what took place before is not the case now, and that people that were working with Wendy before are no longer working with her now. Good God, this just seems like a whole entire hot mother flipping mess, y'all. Ooh, Wendy, you got a lot going on, girl. Just talking about all of this mess done got my head hurting. Y'all, what do y'all think about this whole situation and the more and more details that are being revealed? And Bernie, everything, I'm just stating, how do I put this? Bernie, honestly, look, if you took a client's money without their permission, I don't know if you should be working with other clients, because, how can your clients trust you with their money? But you know what? I'm not calling for this man to be boycotted or banned or this, that, another. I'm just saying that it's a little questionable that he used her card to hire a lawyer. Where do they do that at? On that note, I'm out. Bye. Plus, if you come for me, I ain't got a nickel to rub together, boy. I'll tell you. I couldn't even buy you a thing from Starbucks. I ain't got no money. So sue me, please. I ain't got a nickel to rub. Nickel, not a nickel to rub. And all of this that I'm saying is all mother flipping what? Allegedly. Okay? It's all allegedly. Everything is allegedly, and everything is for fair use and commentary purposes only. So all y'all can, off a river or a lake, I'll tell you. Bye. Gotta go. Too many hands in a cookie jar. Everybody had their hand in Wendy's cookie jar. That's a damn shame.